Hello, and welcome to Pointy Ears and Horny Queers, an unhinged D&D podcast not for children. Just a little reminder, we are pushing towards affiliate on this new Twitch page, so if you enjoy the show, please hit the follow button and share with your friends. We really appreciate it and it helps out more than you realize. This is an adults-only show. Content warnings can be found below. And we are back again for Idria Blood of Saints. I'm your Game Master, Noel, and let's get introductions underway. Bale, if you would start us off.
I'm Bale. I'm playing Feniel Verde the Silver, a cleric of the Order of Talvor, here to get to the bottom of whatever shenanigans are going on in Thormere. So, a little fun fact about Feniel this week. So, when Feniel was a kid, she had a pet rabbit. Very cute. The rabbit's name was Ben, so it was Ben and Fen. Very cute. Like most small rodent pets for small children, Ben met a horrific end when Feniel thought it would be a great idea to put Ben in like a little boat that she made and put him on the little lake.
No.
And he like slowly floated out and then capsized. And Feniel was so traumatized. She like went out into the middle of the lake and was trying to find Ben, and they're not entirely sure if Ben got away or not. They didn't find Ben, so he might be hopping around somewhere. But she cried for weeks, and her mother was very like off-put by it and made her father go out and get a new bunny. This one was named Ben 2. She was not very creative about the name.
So Feniel not only eats slugs and other animals, but behaves
Just mainly slugs and bugs. Like if she's gonna
but participates in animal cruelty and drowned this rabbit.
Making the worst like backstory for poor little Feniel.
I'm not making it. You are.
No, I said I'm making the worst backstory for her.
Literally,
like,
truly just trauma.
She's got some trauma around like pets.
So you're basically saying that he's like the South Dakota governor, Kristi Noem, who stood by her decision to kill her dog and write about it in a book?
What?
If you guys haven't heard that story, it's so funny. Look into it. It's not funny that it happened, but it's a fun little political story to look
That
into.
is wild. I've never heard of that. But that is
She bragged about it. Anyways, continue.
That is wild.
Okay, let me just say, Feniel was distraught that Ben died. She was not like...
She did not hold a gun and then fire it. Say, yeah, I did what I did, bitch.
Yeah, she does not
write a book about it.
This is how I shot my dog.
Oh my
God,
gosh.
Call her Old Yeller. Anyways, sorry for the distraction. My name's Divine. I'm playing Tabatha, who is someone that is known of, but not really known by people, if you know what I mean.
No one ever knows what you mean.
No one ever knows what she means. Anyways, we'll see what happens. And there's developing love interest. I figured out how to display her wig pictures as part of my camera, so I'll be able to display wig changes.
Ooh, okay, I love that.
Because I installed OBS like a new add-on. But that's all I have to say for this week. And I'll be eating, so my picture will change. Thank you.
Thank you, Divine Saw. How we doing?
Hi everyone, I'm Zar and I'm playing Tempo Ralph Lux, Virtuoso, Chronomage, and a Magistrate as well within the Virtuoso clan. So a Time Wizard, not too big, covered in cloak and always with a metal mask on, with sometimes a pointy bunny ears, sometimes a different ears, sometimes no ears at all, so we don't really know what's underneath the masks yet. There is obviously some things that he wants to do within the Virtuoso organization, but he's keeping his cards to his chest for now and just following the task that is at hand. And that's all I'm going to say for now.
Wonderful. And last but not least, Paper. Give us the intro.
Hi, I'm Paper. I'm playing a character named Anna Heilbronn. Fun fact this week about Anna. When Anna was a child, her mother liked dressing her in the puffiest pink dresses she could find. And Anna hated it. And she will try ripping out of them as soon as she could. She will get them all muddy while she was playing. And she will try to destroy them in the funniest ways possible. So her mother will have no option but to change her.
I love that. I love that for Anna, and I can see it so vividly. It's the classic story of the girl that's not girly, but the mom tries to treat her like a doll. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, let's dive into it with a little gossip of the week. Darlings, oh, what a spectacle the recent melee competition hath been. The gentry of our fair city, both esteemed and new arrivals, gathered to witness a clash of steel. Lord Gregor Durand, a name now synonymous with victory, emerged triumphant, much to the kragen of the... I swear I wrote this and I do not know what it says. Much to the kragen of those who placed their bets upon the Crown Prince, Adrian Vigar II, or the promising newcomer, Baron Anna Heilbronn. But let us not overlook the curious flurry of magical incantations that dance through the air like mischievous spirits, attempting to tip the scales in favor of their chosen champion. It seems even the arcane arts wish to partake in the drama that unfolded upon the tournament grounds. However, amidst the clashing of arms and casting of spells, a far more insidious form of conflict reared its ugly head. Lady Renee Blanc, a delicate flower of our high society, found herself ensnared in a venomous whisper of scandal, whispers suggesting she sought to sabotage the entanglement of Lady Fleur Dumont to the Crown Prince himself. Oh, the scandal! Such treachery would make even the most hardened courtier gasp in disbelief. Fleeing from the tournament grounds, Lady Blanc left behind a wake of chaos and confusion, including the tragic sight of her husband, Lord Ronald Blanc, laid low by his own reckless abandon in the melee. Some whispered that his injuries were fueled by spirits of a different kind, as rumor of his inebriation spread like wildfire through the crowd. And where was Lady Dumont during this tumultuous affair? Why, her absence was glaring, conspicuous. Her place beside the prince filled by none other than her own brother, the newly minted Duke of Corvos. Yet, darlings, do not be so quick to judge her withdrawal from the melee, for it seems her disappearance were entwined with the scandalous downfall of House Fraser. Yes, you heard that correctly, darlings. Lord Fraser, once a pillar of society, now stripped of his title and very connection to the saints themselves. Such a punishment is reserved for only the gravest of offenses. And indeed, Lord Fraser stands accused of treason. His crime? Sheltering drow fugitives intent on sowing discord amongst the noble houses, particularly those of Dumont and Vigar. Oh, what a tangled web our society weaves, darlings. With every victory in the melee, with every whispered rumor, and with every fall from grace, the drama of our fair city grows more in the world of high society. Nothing is quite as it seems. Yours in gossip and intrigue. So that is our little tidbit and the rumors and scandals that are going around the city. So as we pivot away from that and all that you hear throughout the world, we will pick back up with you all heading out of the throne room after this display of power, it seems, that House Vigar holds. So what are you all doing?
Anna?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah?
you hear what? Did you hear what Gossip Lady said?
Gossip lady?
Yeah. Did you hear the gossip in town?
Don't particularly follow gossip, no.
Well, that Lady Blanc is more like Lady Blank. She doesn't even exist anymore.
I see.
Don't you love seeing people's downfall?
Who's Lady Blank?
Lady Blanc. I mean, yeah, no, Lady Blank. She's the one that wasn't very nice to us at the pub we were at.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Oh,
No.
no, you weren't there. Never mind. I just know it's good.
I lean over into the conversation. I agree, darling. It is quite good.
Lady Blanks.
She was an ass. It's so good to see that happen. But
Let me write
we
that down.
really,
Lady Blank. It's gonna be in tomorrow's post.
but we really must return to. I'm sorry. Is there any? Is my music not working? Anyways, we really must return to state affairs and figure out what we're going to do with Lord Fraser's estate and the fugitives that have apparently already been dispatched, which leaves us with very little information.
I had never witnessed a display of power from the royal family like this.
It definitely.
Do you think he's dead?
Fraser?
Yes.
I would imagine he'll wish he was, but when he wakes up. But I think he, for now, is very much alive.
I wonder if it was painful.
I'd imagine if I had my magic stripped from me, it would most likely be. But I'm curious how we're going to progress from here. Tempo, do you have a means to travel to the Fraser Estates with the Virtuoso Academy?
I wanna
Teleportation?
say yes, because that's how I traveled, right? Above the table.
Above the table, that is how you traveled, but you do also know that typically those kind of spells are reserved for like specific business, so you could potentially find it if you talk to the right person.
Well, potentially. We might be able to do that, although it's not certain.
I see. Well, perhaps we should head off and regroup for the evening.
So, as you all make your way through the castle, I assume most of you heading back to the guest chambers, all still filing through together. Out of the corner of your eye, you all catch just a glimpse of a man almost appear out of shadows. Very similar in nature to something you've seen before. And you hear, could I have a word with you?
Who?
And you see the man from the first meeting that you all met.
The one that wouldn't give his name?
The man that would not give his name. And it's very hard to describe somebody when they don't have a name, I've realized. But that is who it is. A word, if you would.
Is it just Feniel he's pointing to, or is he pointing to all of us?
Just kind of motioning to the group. I mean, you're all still
Okay.
together.
So I kind of gesture and kind of tilt my head for us all to join over there.
Yeah, and he kind of like ushers you into like a little side room. It's not super big. It looks like a little lounge that is for quieter conversations. So, tomorrow I presume you will all be in attendance at the worship ceremony?
Whilst this is happening, Tempo is going to stand next to him and investigate to see if I can find out who he is.
Investigation involves your hands going on the man.
You'd have to be like, what are you doing?
Fine,
Like,
I'll do that.
massaging his
I'll do
face
that.
and.
I'll do that because I'm small and cute, and I'll be like patting him down.
If
How do
you
you
can
think
make this make sense, how you could investigate who he is based on this, I will give it to you.
hold this-
Investigation, as in looking for anything, any symbols, any tattoos, any marks on his skin, maybe anything in his possession that would betray who he is. I don't know. Does that work at
If
all?
you say I don't know, then I'm not very confident in that role.
Okay.
Okay.
I like this idea. Can I add on to that?
Sure.
Go on.
It's
Okay,
getting
what if-
somewhere.
So you're very small and very cute. What if you hop on over to him and like hold his hand and like fuss with his stuff, his like sleeves and such, and be like, you're so handsome, and like flatter him a little bit, and then like kind of like straighten his clothes and like just be overly affectionate and see what happens.
Let's see
I'll
what
do that.
happens if you try to do this on the table.
I'll do that, and I also
Give me
Well,
some
yeah,
give me
very-
some role play before I let you roll for this, because
Mhm.
let's see if you can even get close to this man.
right. Okay, so I'm just gonna slowly approach him, looking like up. Wait 1 second. Well, dog is being needy. Slowly approaching, looking at him up, and then I'm just gonna jump on his shoulder first.
Whoa! I need you to make a. Give me an acrobatics check, because he's gonna be caught off guard and try to like immediately be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
That's 11.
Okay, it's the DC was 10. He's like, "Can I help you?" And is like looking back at it, like, "Why the fuck are you on my shoulders?"
You're very interesting, aren't you? Look at you. Very handsome as well. Can I just take a look in here? And I just kind of like try to touch his face to see if I can recognize him by touching or whatever.
You're very close to him. I will say you can definitely try and get a good investigation check on his possessions, and you've seen him from all angles. Go ahead and give me the roll. Yeah. Fuck it, why not? Although this might lead to something not good.
24.
24. Okay. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, depending on what you say, if I failed or succeeded, I can do something.
Okay. I will just narrate what happens. You feel him quickly, almost too quick for a man of his age, grab your foot, pull you down, and have you on the ground. You don't take any damage, but you are now prone on the ground and he's standing over you.
Okay, in that case, I am going to use it. Before he does that, I'm gonna use my reaction, and I'm gonna use Lucky Footwork, which states that I can, when I fail a dex saving throw, I can use my reaction to add a d4 to the save, potentially turning a failure into a success.
Okay. What's the D4 roll?
3.
Okay, so as he goes to grab your foot, you hop off his shoulders just in time and land safely back on the ground. With that being said, you're 24, which is fairly high. It's very high. There is not a single marking or specific thing in his possessions that would indicate who he is. However, you have got a very good glance, and you know a lot about noblemen. Just go ahead and give me a this has to be a history check to see if you can put 2 and 2 together. But you do notice that there's no like specific emblems. There's no jewelry with like a signet ring. There's nothing that he wears that would specify who he is. However, just getting a very good look and a very close look, you're like digging back in your memory, and you do recall a portrait in this big book of all the nobility in the Virtuoso Academy. It's kind of like a logbook for anything that ever happens, and it's updated magically pretty regularly. And you do recall a similarity between this person and someone else. And his name is Marquise Hawthorne. He is a nobleman from Valoria, which would be the same place that the Blackthorns are, the same place as House Fraser's from. So that's kind of what you gather in all of that. Marquise is his title. Hawthorne. But no first name that you can like call off your memory. All right, now
Do I remember anything about him at all? Like, is he, or was the information in the book just that he's a Marquis and that's it?
On all those roles and all that finesse, you know that he's not a man of great stature, which is very confusing given the reverence and the respect that he was given in that room. And you haven't really ever seen him outside of that room.
Okay.
Which is odd, because he's supposedly one of the king's advisors. And you see most of the others, you know, through your time or, you know, at these events, and he's never there.
Okay.
All right. So we're just watching Tempo climb all over this man.
You just watch Tempo climb all over this man, get very handsy, which is probably something you've never seen him do. He tries to grab him off, and Tempo jumps down. Can I help you?
I thought you want to speak with us, Marquise.
I didn't know speaking. Marquise.
Well, I'm a very interested person.
I don't believe I ever told you who I was.
Oh, didn't you? Oh, I might have just.
No, it definitely did not.
What would you like to talk about?
I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, I was going to bring you some information regarding tomorrow's events. If you would not trample me again.
Trample? I'm small and cute. Look at me.
My apologies. Our friend is a bit overzealous at times. What is the information you have traveled to share with us?
It seems I've heard that there will be something going on tomorrow. To what extent, I do not know, but it involves this collusion with the drow that you've brought before us. Seems some have made their way into the city, potentially powerful drow, as they've escaped to my watch. And all the dukes, the king, will be gathered tomorrow for this worship service. One of the biggest, probably, of all year. And I'm not the most pious of men, but I'm sure you know this. They worship the Abyssal Harbingers. And if they were to make an affront, or this be religious in some nature, tomorrow would be the place to do it. So if they are to create some sort of uproar or significance and it gain traction, tomorrow at the service would be where they would do it.
I see. Do you have any information on how this information... Do you have, can you elaborate on how this information was obtained?
No.
Can I insight check?
You can certainly try.
Love
Okay,
that.
that was a wonderful way of saying that. Thank you. I'm just
And I will roll for this.
She rolls a one-sided die that just says 20.
Right. It's a
Don't
flip
worry,
of a
don't
coin
worry
and
about it.
both say 20.
Don't even try. You don't have to roll.
I will, because if I
not
get a nat
worth it.
one...
Yeah, or it's just like a coin and you're like, it's heads or tails. Both sides say no. Get fucked.
Basically, that was a natural 18.
Yeah, no. I rolled a 2.
So you see a stone cold person that never slips up what they say and is very calculated in everything they're saying.
Beniel is going to kind of think a little bit on this and say, you said that they've evaded your watch. So you have force here in the city.
His eyes kind of narrow slightly. Who doesn't?
Very well. How do you suppose that they've evaded your forces? And is there any sign of magic being used? Is it by sheer physical ability, or has it just been a matter of luck? That no drow have been seen, though drow seem to be within the walls and conspiring.
My lady, those among us avoid detection in many ways, don't we?
I suppose there are often spies that use disguise rather calculatedly. Yeah, sure, I'm gonna go with that.
Nevertheless, there are blind spots that we all have. If I had to guess, to truly answer your question, it has to be a small number, and they are working with someone who knows the city well, and this has been a plan in motion for potentially decades.
Do you think Fraser was... Did we find out who... Sorry, I'm like thinking a little bit. Who was the contact that gave up Fraser? Because I can't imagine it was just by chance that we found this information on him.
I know nothing of Fraser. I'm not here to discuss those matters. You would have to speak to His Grace.
Can I have an insight check on how he reacted to Fraser?
Sure.
Fuck. Ooh. Oh, 10.
It's a natural 19.
You can eat shit and live.
From what you can tell, he didn't react.
Okay, but Bailey the player just was like, that was some sneer on that.
Yeah,
Is that
I mean,
correct?
you would see him sneer a little bit, but
Okay.
I mean, but it's
But
also like you
the
don't
intention
know
behind it.
you don't know the intention behind it.
Yeah. Okay. Very well. Well, thank you for sharing this information with us. If you come to find any more insights, let us know. Obviously.
He just nods and says, "Whatever happens tomorrow, make sure it doesn't."
Very well.
And with that, he exits out of a side door, and you are all free to your devices.
Well, that was a load of shit. I'm saying this to you three.
You got told.
Told
At
what?
least I know who he is.
That was a grain of information.
This is just word of advice. You could try and find out more about who he is. You all have resources to potentially do that.
Yeah, but I have so much gossip that's going on right now that I don't want to distract my spies from the more important goals. Speaking of which, I might have to duck out in a little bit.
What for?
Speaking of,
I have to go
turned
check in
to
on my sources, to see if anyone's been trying to meet up with Lady Blank.
Yes, I see. By any chance, is there any way we could expand that to contacts of the Fraser estate? Lord Fraser?
I think that once I get information on contacts of Lady Blanc, let me see here. The answer is yes, but it has like a cooldown.
Ah, I see.
I will say, just like, you could stop it, and because how it's so, like, typically this is based on something. The way it's written, it's based on something like in a different location that you're trying to find out information. Since it's so localized and you have contacts there, you could stop it and get whatever information they've seen, and then change it. You know,
And use
whatever.
the remaining time on the
Yeah.
because it's like 3 days, and then every 5 days I can get a fresh start. Yeah, sure. I mean, how imperative is it that we know?
Well, we have drow conspirators in the city, and a known drow smuggler was just arrested, and typically you don't get in contact with drow without someone being a middleman.
You make a compelling case, Miss Footsie. Well, off I go.
Why do you call me that?
Why don't you ask your feet?
That look.
Anna blushes heavily next to Faniel.
I doubt my feet have much to say. You ever tried speaking to a foot? Get on the ground, I can show you. What do you mean by that?
Sorry. I, only do that with, individuals who have meat in between their legs. Sorry, I'm trying to be decent.
That was easy! That was decent! The way he traveled across the land.
I'm so
wait,
sorry.
there was
I'm
Get to
a
that
30-minute pause, and you settled on meat between your legs.
sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so sick. I was one of my ticks. What I meant to say is no can do, muchacho. I can't get down on my knees right now. Do you see this outfit? And then I do a curtsy and I bow.
I cannot with you. Oh my god.
I hate it here. I hate it here.
Tabatha does too, and she's leaving.
Danielle just stands there and goes, like, for a long minute.
What was Timbo about to do?
Sorry.
Timpo?
Oh, Tabby, darling, before you go,
Mhm.
I'm aware that you have certain talents of manipulating information in the city. I have a need, if you would, to maybe spread a little rumor here or there.
Yes, I am much better at manipulating information throughout networks of people in the city than I am manipulating words coming out of my brain. I have, in about 3 days, I need to cool off for a few days.
Okay.
Then I can do that.
When you're able to, can you just come back to me? And
Yeah.
there is a certain person I need him to be dealt with.
Thank you.
Above table, there is... I mean, you can all spread rumors. Tabby just gets advantage and more perks for doing it. So...
Okay.
Especially if you're in, like, a public setting and you start spreading something. I don't know if you've ever been in high school, but that shit spreads like wildfire. And we're basically in high school of medieval times.
I've never been a mean girl, so it's hard to do that.
I've just had it. I've been on the bad end, so. Anyway, so what are we
And with
all
that,
doing?
Adieu.
Tabby exits. What are the three of you standing by yourself doing?
I want
I'm
to.
just gonna go and rest.
Yeah, I want to ask. I just kind of. Are my knight friends still here around somewhere in the barracks?
I guess they
The
are.
ones I brought.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to them. Anna just curses and like just bows and says, "Good night, my lady," to Faniel, and then just says, "Good night to you, too," to Temple,
All right.
and leaves.
So you're heading to the barracks. Tempo, are you heading back to the Virtuoso Spire?
Yeah, I'm gonna go there and try to get some information about that block, the Marquise.
Okay. And Finiel, what are you doing?
I'm probably heading back to the castle, and I'll probably do a like a walk around the grounds and by the just looking out for any unfamiliar faces. I mean, I've stayed there for almost a week now. I should start recognizing people.
Just go ahead and give me a perception check. Since yours is the easiest, we'll take care of that first.
Okay. Perception check 15.
All seems well in your evening sweep as you head around. But you do see Lady Fleur Dumont standing by herself as you near a balcony, and she seems unguarded. Nobody's around, and she's looking out across the city.
I'll approach her.
And shove her off. Makes things easy.
Would that not just be wild if I
I'm the killer, anyway.
Yeah, I walk up to her and I'm like, lady, I couldn't help but notice that you
Oh dear,
are
you
unaccompanied.
you startled me. Apologies.
My apologies. Yes. But you're unaccompanied. I know it's the castle, but still, I don't know how safe that is.
Oh, I thought this area of the castle was free to roam.
Oh, of
You're
course. But you
right.
should
I
have
should
an
be.
attendant.
I should have got my guard, but there's times where you need a breath of fresh air and a moment of contemplation by yourself. And it seems it's very hard to find in this very large castle.
I completely understand. I hope all is well.
Of course. I mean, as well as it can be. I'm to be wed in 4 days' time, and there's people trying to kill me.
Wait, I thought she didn't know that.
Well, you saw her. This is kind of like her realization. You saw her. She was in the throne room when Lord Fraser happened.
Okay.
And you
Noted.
saw she was with the queen and not at the melee tournament for some time, and they escorted you there.
Okay, got it.
So, yes, all is well. That can be. It just, I don't know, I feel out of place here. If I'm honest. I'm sure you can relate.
Yes, I quite can. Feeling out of place in a strange land is, not too uncommon for me, but, you'll find that good conversations and love and caring for those around you, home can blossom wherever you are, as long as you plant the seeds that sprout that home for you.
Well, I must admit, I don't know anything about gardening, but,
Thankfully, it's a little easier than gardening. Conversations like this, even.
perhaps in time, I too will be able to do so. But, it seems things are far different than I expected them to be coming here. And, I don't know, have you ever felt an unbearable weight that you don't really know what to do with? Or how you can fix things?
Are you talking about the weight of potentially wearing a crown atop your head?
To be honest, I haven't even thought of that.
Ah, just the weight of life then. Which, I must admit, will be can be far more complicated for someone in the royal family than others. Although, if you really think about it, everyone has their own little crucible that they trudge through, and while it might be hard now, perhaps this is the trial that steals your heart and makes you the person you are to be.
I dare say it steals my heart. Perhaps in time, all things grow. I barely know him. I just, But I suppose I should be getting back to my room. As you said, I do not wish to be unaccompanied in this perilous time. Would you please escort me back to my chambers?
I'd be happy to, my lady.
And
I'm
so,
sure that's not gonna stoke any rumors.
no, maybe, but so you escort her back to her chambers, and she's dropped off with her guards outside of her door, and she enters in, and you go about your continued rounds, and everything is unnoticed, and nothing is out of place. You check your little tripwires, and they all seem unbothered, and we will move towards tempo.
Who's giving Feniel a little clown nose right now? Divine, I'm looking at you.
Not me.
Do you see what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
I do see it.
Divine, where your mouse is right now, it's giving Feniel a clown nose, and it's really funny.
Because you know how they have the little circles? It's right on top
Yeah.
of the
Yeah, and yours is pink.
Whoops.
Tempo, tell me what we're doing as we move towards the Virtuoso Spire.
I'm going to go and try to look for that book that I recalled seeing the Marquis Hawthorne. See if I can find out any more information about who he is exactly and what his dealings. And I'm alone, right?
You are walking through the city, and I presume you make it to the Virtuoso Spire. You would not particularly... You would...
Can I just ask?
Yeah, go
Am
ahead.
I close to the Duchess?
Huh. It is late in the hour. But you would know where to find her.
I'm going to find her first.
All right. So, we wisp away, and you trudge through the streets of Thormere, seemingly unnoticed, and you find yourself outside of a large estate. And you know how to enter this estate, for if you were to knock, would be unwanted.
I enter.
So you enter in this estate, and you find Duchess Varro with all of her help, and you make your appearance known. Somebody leads you into the room. Out, everyone. We need the room.
My lady, how are you doing this beautiful evening?
So many things to prepare. The ball is coming up. It's been truly an exhausting week with all of these appearances, but I will make do. How are you?
That could be better. There seems to be some issues with one of the other virtuosos. I've heard some disturbing rumors going around. I was wondering if we could give him a nudge in the right direction.
Yes, I've heard this disturbing rumor, and it does not bring me joy. Thaldia, it was?
That's right, yeah. The Thardy wave color. The Tabaxi. Not the greatest of races, I have to say.
And what would you have done?
Well, I don't want him to die. He's not human after all. But cats have nine lives. Maybe we should try to kill him. He will survive anyways, and maybe that will give him a scare.
I do believe he will be in the Magic Games.
Oh, how wonderful.
So I could potentially put someone in place to deal with him there, unless you need this dealt with more quickly.
No, I just think we should send him a message.
Leave it in my hands. This rumor will end tonight.
Is there anything I can do for you, or anything to do with our other businesses?
Have you heard anything interesting? Anything I would care to know?
Have I above board? I don't know. Have I?
There's been a lot that's gone on that there's not many people have, specifically one event with Lord Fraser that nobody's really knows about.
Well, I can't remember what you're referring to, so I'm going to mention. Tomorrow there is something happening in a church, and this figure appeared saying that we should stop whatever is going to happen. And I happen to believe that it was the Marquis Hawthorne. I just don't know exactly which one.
She
Did
sort
you
of
hear anything about it?
She sort of raises a brow and says, "Well, if you're dealing with Marquise Hawthorne, you have found yourself in quite the circle of friends as of late."
I wouldn't call him a friend.
I would guard yourself around that one. He's a very interesting character.
In what way?
I would say dangerous. You see, he knows everything that goes on in this city.
Everything?
Just
Even what we are doing?
indeed, there's not much that escapes his watch.
Would he be an asset to us? Or a hindrance?
For now, neither. You let me deal with him when it comes to our dalliances. But if you need to know more, I would caution you, as he does not like those keeping an eye on him.
I just need to know who I'm dealing with and how to proceed.
What he says is mostly true, 95% of the time, and he has amassed a network that expands far out of Thormere. So, I would watch yourself if his eyes are upon you, and that is all I would say.
Is there anything more we should discuss?
No, truly, I have been quite busy at the moment, dealing with everything, preparing for this ball. I do believe you'll be in attendance.
Yeah, some seem to be required to participate in the Wizard Games.
Indeed. Well, I'm sure I will see you throughout the week, and should something come up, I will definitely send word.
Thank you, my lady. I will leave you to your rest.
Indeed, and so you exit out and you make her way out of her estate as her maids and those come back in, preparing her for bed, and we will move to Tabatha.
Hello.
Where is Tabatha heading?
So Tabitha wants to go to her contact in the rumor mill, or not the rumor mill, sorry, the spy network.
All right. So you find yourself back in her home once again. Tabatha, twice in 1 week. This is a rare sight.
Hey, girly. heard anything about our girl? Should we call her Lady Blanc or Lady Blank?
That is a good one. You know, it's rather odd. I've heard she's not left her home at all.
Hmm.
And from what I've heard, her husband hasn't seen her.
Uh-oh. Do you think she's gone, girl?
Hard to say. You know, those caught in such a scandal, perhaps they do the worst, but... Was there someone looking for this Lady Blanc?
Well, that was a question I was hoping to find the answer to. If Lady Blanc really is Lady Blank, gone, there was another piece of information we could look for, another contact.
And who
This
might
is
that be?
all of the utmost royal importance, if you know what I mean.
Indeed.
So there's this guy who he won't tell us his name, but we think he's in contact with somebody who wants to cause a bit of a royal fit.
I see. And who might
Let
this
me-
character be?
Let me pull out my notes. I have the description. Yes. Finial, Dippo. Remind me, what does he look like? What is his identifying information?
For Lord Fraser or for
Oh, is it Lord
John
Fraser, or
Cole?
is it that rando guy that we're trying
Or
to...
Marquis? I think Lord Fraser is who we were wanting to
Okay.
find out who's contacting him.
Yes,
Yeah, well,
right
it was
here.
not the random.
What?
No, I just said it was not the random guy.
It's
Yeah.
Lord Fraser, the information we got. Okay. Yes. Actually, I do know his name. His name is Lord Fraser. Heard of that clown?
His name has come up. Seems he was brought to Thormere, and from what I've heard, his estate destroyed.
He's had quite the downfall. What a tragedy.
Truly,
Would
it
be a
seems.
shame if we figured out who might be his contact for causing this royal fit.
Nothing
But it would be
comes
our
to
pleasure.
mind.
Think that you could send the little ones, the little ears, and queers after them?
I could make arrangements for that. Although
Thank
I've
you.
heard Lord Fraser will not be contacting anyone soon, as he was drug off to the Ivory Bastion.
No, I don't know why we're... What about, are there other people in his house you think that are still around?
I don't know what happened to them, although it would not be hard to find out.
Yeah. Like, wonder if he has, like, an older son?
From
Someone
what
that would
I've
be
heard,
doing Daddy's bidding?
there is... I'm sure he has an heir. From what I've heard, he's got quite the large family, and I don't know what's happened to the Fraser estate, but I would presume that they were not drug off with them, or at least none of my eyes that are in places saw him arrive with family.
So no family or no heir of his would be in Thormere.
Not according to what I've heard and seen.
Well, tell me this. We know nothing about Lady Blanc. What's the likelihood that we would know anything about Lady Blanc in the next few days? Not much if she's completely gone.
It's hard to say if she's somehow evaded our escape leaving the city or otherwise, and her husband has reported her missing, so the only thing we know is that she was returned to her estate and have not been spotted since then.
Well, tell me this. If we were to want to go back in time to find out who he might be mingling with, do we know if Lord Fraser has associates? Other people he does dealings with?
In Thormere?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a purview that I've been keeping close eyes on, but
Do you
I'm
think- I think that
sure
would
there's evidence if there was.
I think we should, if we could, it's non-specific and I apologize, but keeping in touch with associates of Lord Fraser for the remaining few days we have, might be the best bang for our buck regarding this royal fit.
I will.
Thank you. It sometimes helps to hear my thoughts out loud.
Indeed. I will definitely make sure that we keep a close eye on anyone that seems out of sorts and stressed by Lord Fraser's sudden mishap.
And if Lord Fraser has a handsome heir who is about 20 to 30, and he has a nice piece of meat between his legs, be sure to let me know.
That will be high on the list, don't you worry. Maybe you can find out more information than I.
Just between us girls. Thank you.
Indeed. All right. And finally, we move away from this crazy
I'm never gonna
woman's
let it go
house
now. I'm never gonna let it go now.
who does not have a piece of meat between her legs to another non-wielding meat haver. Anna, where do you
ribeye.
go?
I'm gonna go back to actually, can I go into stealth going back to the Iron Bastion?
The
I guess
Ivory
so.
Bastion? Yeah. give
After
me a
Bastion, thank you. Alright. Oh, nat 20.
You are
Plus
a
10,
whiff of
30.
a woman. Not even your wig is spotted.
Not even a piece of meat. And okay, thinking of the map, again, thinking back, is it at all plausible to like access the place where Lord Francis is?
Lord Fraser?
Lord Fraser, I'm so sorry.
You would know that he's being held in the Ivory Bastion in the dungeon, in the cells of the Ivory Bastion.
I wonder if I could try to make it. So, I'm going to go down into the dungeon.
Side note, you know that Feniel has access to the Ivory Bastion,
Oh. Okay,
Okay,
so
right?
you all discuss this and figure that out.
I'm
Okay.
going to sneak to Feniel's room at night and
Okay.
knock knock. I actually said knock knock, I didn't knock.
What time of night are you saying this at my door?
12:30. But I say it very like lowercase, like knock. You don't hear it probably.
No one comes to the door?
Now I'm going to go. Actual. But it's still lowercase, but it's an actual physical knock knock.
Very soft knock knock.
Ugh,
Lowercase soft.
oh god. Who's calling at this hour?
Hi, it's me, Tabatha. After
I
careful consideration of your request, I would like
Feniel
to
gets up,
talk.
he goes to the door and opens it.
After careful reconsideration of your request, I would like to talk to the person who is attached to your feet. That's you.
God, why do you say it like that?
So, about Lord Fraser, um,
Mm.
I'm going to have my network of people. They're going to look for people that were close associates of him because he's not going to get much going on while he's in the Ivory Bastion in the dungeon. But I was thinking, what if we like snuck down to see? I don't know. Do you think like one of us in our party has like a power that can like go into his dreams and his subconscious while he's sleeping? Like, is that even a thing?
If, let's say I knew this in another life, that would be, I believe, a 6th level spell that none of us have access to at this time. Though,
In character way to say it is, I don't think we have the power at our disposal.
I don't think we have the power at our disposal.
It's cool that
However,
it exists. I just came up with that. Continue.
um, nice. I was planning on prepping my spell books by tomorrow morning. They should be ready to cast a zone of truth on him. Maybe get more definitive answers to our questions.
Yeah. Or even did we want to like scout out to see if it's really hard to get there first?
I mean, we have the purview to go down and see him, I believe.
Okay.
Wouldn't we?
The
Love
king
to.
did say that once
think
he
he-
awakes, if you want to interview him, you can.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
He said if he awakes.
Noted.
Yeah, we'll wait for tomorrow then.
So
And
we're gonna cut from there because
Mhm.
Anna's been trying to do this. Anna, where do we find you?
Yeah, so Anna's gonna go back to the barracks and try to find her front question mark?
Okay.
Sword. She's gonna go find her subordinates.
All right, and so you easily enough can find them exactly where you left them, like lost puppies.
Have you guys been here this whole time?
Oh, no, we haven't. We watched you in the melee, and you competed well. Well,
God, that was embarrassing.
until you... What happened?
I honestly have no idea. I think there was some cheating going on. I was hit with some ability or spell.
Yes, it was quite odd timing, although I've never seen you fight that way. You're truly magnificent.
Thank you. I know. Have you guys been just roaming around?
No, well, we're not really sure what we should be doing here, as our post was in Ravenwood, but we've asked around, and I think we've decided that we could do some guard work for the city, although we'll be having to move out of the barracks here in a day or two's time.
I see. Well, you see, I have a little bit of an assignment right now.
Oh?
And yes. I'm doing an assignment for the king.
The king?
Yeah.
Wow, you have reached far above us, it seems.
Don't worry about it. So, it turns out that there's a bunch of people here that I don't know.
Well, it is a massive city.
Yes. So, I need some of you guys to be asking around for me. who some people are. Because I don't want to do it.
All right. Who are we asking for?
There's this Lord Fraser guy.
All right. And do you have anything more than his name?
Yeah, he's the what's the Lord of? I forgot the name. I have it in my notes somewhere.
Does anyone know? Because I don't know if I said or not.
What was the question? One more time. I'm
Who
sorry.
Lord Fraser
What?
is?
Lord Fraser, I believe, was just a pillar of the crown, like just a significant household.
Yeah, you mentioned something about the place he came from.
Oh, okay. He came from Valoria. Is the
Yeah.
kingdom he came from?
Yeah, Lord Fraser comes from a place named Valoria. I don't know anything about it. There's also this weird guy, Marquis Hutter. Never heard of him before.
I don't know any of these people, but do you know where they might turn up at? A lead where we should ask around or keep an eye out?
Well, this Marquis guy seems to have a lot of connections around.
Round.
And I'm all right. And how does that help us find him?
I don't know. That's your job.
All right. Well, I suppose we have to speak to some knight commander tomorrow in the city guard, and maybe we could find connections through that.
God, you guys are useless.
My apologies. I don't
Oh my god!
know what you're asking us to do. I mean, we typically just came from where we were fighting goblins that were trying to steal potatoes, and now we're in a city of hundreds of thousands of people, and you ask us to track down one person
Yeah, you
after you've
think I
left us for 3 days?
Yeah, you think I wouldn't rather be fighting something?
Well, that's why point my sword in a direction and I will fight for you. But to track down this Marquis of Fraser, I don't know how to do that.
God. This is harder than I thought, honestly. This whole thing about being in court, not my thing.
Perhaps it's best that we return to Barenfall.
Yeah, you should probably do that. Don't think you're gonna do a whole lot here.
And I suppose you're not coming?
No, like I said, I have an assignment to do.
Very well. I suppose we'll see you in a different life.
Goes to sleep very disappointed.
All right. So we move after that scene. Was there anything that Tabatha and Finiel wanted to finish up? As you were the last in the Ivory Bastion. Or Timpo, did we finish yours?
Well, technically, I was going to the tower, but
Yeah, let's go
because,
to the tower because we moved away from the Duchess. We'll finish the regular night activities, and now you're making your way to the tower to find this book that potentially has information on Marquis Hawthorne.
That's right. Can I just ask, because you say Marquis is the title and Hawthorne is a surname, right?
Correct.
So do I not know who he is exactly? Is there like multiple Hawthorns?
Right. Yeah. This is like Hawthorne is like this surname, the family name. Marquis would be like instead of Duke or King or Prince, that's his title, signifying he's the head of the household, presumably.
Okay.
So you make your way in, and do you know that typically this book is off limits to most of the virtuoso, but you are a magistrate. So you approach the desk woman, the librarian, I don't know, the librarian, and you would have to ask for, you would have permission, but you'd have to ask for like keys or, you know, let into this like area that the book is typically stored.
Is there a specific name? Like Forbidden Library, I don't know, Forbidden Section, whatever?
You would just... No, it's just... You would go up to the desk and tell her what you're looking for, and then she would make arrangements.
Okay, I'll go to the desk and ask for the book.
Oh, you want, that book? Which one?
I describe the book.
Oh, what business do you have, magistrate? I don't see you very often.
Yes, I'm very busy. Just do your job, please.
Do my job? I'm trying to do my job and assist you as best I can.
Go on, dear. Just please bring me the book I've asked for.
And so you see this short little old lady get off her very tall stool and seem to like float down to the ground and disappear behind her counter. She steps around and she's about your height. And she says, "Come along," and she grabs your hand and proceeds to slowly, at her very old pace, lead you into a back section with towering bookshelves and all sorts of magical tomes and everything around. And you see a very large book that is golden, that is bound in leather and gold, and on the top of it is the crest of House Vigar, with this crowned ox on the top. And here it is. I have not read this book in much time. I don't know what you're looking for. Is there a name? I might be able to find it quicker than you.
Yes, I'm looking for information about Marquis Hawthorne.
Oh, the Hawthorne family. Believe they hail from Valoria. Let me just take a look. And you see she flops open this massive book and begins scrolling through it. You see just a ton of different household surnames, with little portraits and descriptions of their accolades as she flips through and finds one of the Hawthorne family. And you see at the top, as almost like things move around magically, the person who is currently the head of house of this family is always at the top. So you see a portrait of the exact man, whose name you see scrolled across it is Marquise Alder Hawthorne. And you see a small little blurb. Huh?
Alder, as first name, Alder?
Alder, Alder. And you see a little blurb scrawled across that says that he is a nobleman with a long lineage tracing back to the blood of the saints, and although their house has not made anything of note, you see, like, as you read down the description, they have held land in Valoria, particularly an area of the Fey Forest, for many, many generations. And you see their border is close to Avadel. Go ahead.
That's the border of the household land?
Yeah, so the area they control is like in the Fey Forest near the border of Avadel.
Okay. I
Um,
don't know how to spell that over there.
it's fine. Avadelle. Is there anything else you're trying to glean while you have this book in front of you? And I'll give you one
Any
specific
connection?
question.
Go
If you want to ask on a pretty decent investigation check. We'll just use what you used earlier. So is there a specific question you're trying to glean from this text about who this person is?
Well, considering the book has probably connections between the family and like family tree and who's in charge and stuff, there are two questions I have, really. One is if there is anyone in the tree, especially at the top of it or close to the top of it, that I know or have influence with.
No. And you can tell just quickly glancing or however long you take, it seems a very unconnected house.
Okay, second question. Is there anyone on the list that I can see or can magically quickly find out that is weak or easily kind of like influenced, or anyone that is currently studying and with virtuosos that I can influence?
Give me
Considering my high position.
Give me a quick history check.
I have a natural advantage in history, by the way.
All right, go ahead and roll
That,
twice.
That's already with advantage. That's 14.
Okay. Yikes.
That's sad. That's why I'm saying it.
You don't see anybody just like off the like list of names. Like it would take a lot. You feel like if you were to try and find that information or find a specific mark that you could use to maybe glean some information or gain influence over him, that it would take some time to figure out. Whether that be through your connections or you doing it yourself, it would be a little bit more difficult. Almost strategically.
Is there anything at all in the book that is worth noting about the family or him?
Not really. It seems like, they trade lumber. They're not this major significant house. They never have been. Seems to be just, a fairly noble family that survived and kept the status quo for many generations, and not a whole lot to rave about or to speak ill of.
Does he have any children?
He does have 2 children. He has a son who is 27 and a daughter who is 21.
Okay,
And
out of
his
those, do
wife-
they have children?
Neither one have children. One is betrothed, one is not, and his wife is dead.
Okay, so he's probably treating the children as very high priority things. Very well. What are the children's names?
I will send you a message.
Okay.
Because I do not
That's
have them in
probably
front of
alright.
me. All right. So, is there anything we would like to wrap up at the end of the second day? Anything at all? All right. Well, we all fade off into the night, each going back to the respective areas for rest and relaxation. And you all get a long rest, and you all wake up to a bright and
Yay.
sunny day full of lots of activities. You all know that it is a morning worship service, so you all have to get there fairly early, around 8 o'clock in the morning. Have a little bit of time to get yourself ready and do potentially something. But for the most part, you do have to head there. Do you all meet before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And where do you meet?
So I'm down in a little common room in the Ivory Bastion, sipping on like an green smoothie with like it's drizzled with honey on the top, and it looks like there's nuts like crumbled on
that.
top of it.
I love that one. So as you're drinking your wellness drink 2.0.
And she also has a tobacco pipe.
I see. So you're in the Ivory Bastion. Does everyone that's not staying there, meaning Anna and Tempo, arrive?
Yes.
Okay. And is there any morning plans or preparations you would all like to make before heading towards the Cathedral of Divinity?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh.
Before you guys go to sleep tonight, if you want to think, I had kind of an idea.
Okay.
Oh, you wanted to hear it?
Oh, Jesus
So-
Christ!
Fucking hell.
So those of us who are more magical, are any of you capable of a spell that would compel us to really find the secrets that lie in Lord Fraser's mind?
Compel us to?
Compel him to.
Oh. Well, I have Zone of Truth.
Not really, unless you want me to hold him in place with magic and you stab him.
Do you have to detect
Asking
thoughts?
questions.
Maybe Command?
You don't, Tempo?
Nope. Nope. I'm focused like solely on time spells, so I don't have it.
I don't think command will work for that, though.
Well, if you command him to answer, and I have Zone of Truth on him.
there's a lot of things you could like pair together in a very, not necessarily
I do have
conventional
command.
way.
I also can intimidate him.
True. Also, Tempo.
Lost everything though, so he kind of probably wants to die.
Also,
TBH.
Tempo. There is plenty of ways of you getting spells that you don't have access to if you had like time to prepare and look for them, because you are a wizard, so you can learn quite literally almost any fucking spell. Should you find the spell for it. So do keep that in mind.
But I would have to pay for them, right, to learn them or something like that.
Yeah, I mean there would be, a cost associated, but I'm just making sure you remember that.
Okay. I'm gonna say that then. I might be able to learn a spell too, just to help with that endeavor, if this is a way we want to go. But I don't think I'll be able to do that before this ritual.
I agree.
Would it be a tomorrow thing then?
I believe so.
Okay, just something to keep in mind, maybe put it on the agenda. I playfully flip my coin, and it lands in my favor as always. And I say, time is of the essence to get to the bottom of this case. Now, let's say we go to church.
What the Tabatha,
Take
the
me to
detective, sends me every time. I hate it here.
I love it so much.
So we got a fucking church. Take me to church.
Okay, thank you for doing that, because literally my brain, it's been screaming that. Just a little moment.
I know. Okay. So you all start making your way down towards the Divine District in Thormere. All right, disaster averted. Those that have not signed back in, you might need to. Right now, I've only got Paper and Bale, but we'll get that underway. So you all join together, and you've had your breakfast and your wellness drink, Tabatha, and you start heading down the cobblestone paths towards the Divine District. And as you approach, you journey through the crowded streets towards the Divine District. You notice a significant change in guards patrolling the area. The familiar city guards, adorned with the Vigar crest, have been replaced with imposing knights bearing the symbol of the Divine Founders, the primary religion of Idria. These knights are equipped with superior gear and are more prevalent as you approach the Cathedral of Divinity. Their presence imbuing the atmosphere with an air of reverence and security. As you approach the city square, just outside the cathedral, 3 imposing knights stride purposefully towards you. Among them, the central guard stands out, his stature and appearance commanding attention, his armor gleaming with an otherworldly brilliance as if infused with radiant light itself. As they draw within 10 feet of you, the commanding knight issues a firm order to halt, while their 2 companions fan out, creating a protective barrier between you and the cathedral. I need you to all make wisdom saving throws.
Okay. So, big thing. Let me pull this up before.
And you can arrange yourself within 10 feet of this person, but, roughly you're all going to get it.
7. Oh.
If you look in the chat, this is Feniel praying and not being answered as she rolls a nat 1.
Damn.
And please announce when we're going into the church. I have an
So-
outfit reveal.
Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Finger.
7, not 1. I need Tempo's roll.
Rolled in chat 24.
24. Okay. And Paper?
It's rolling. It's 18 plus 7. It's gonna 25. Yeah.
Damn. As the central guard begins to speak, an oppressive weight seems to descend upon you all, enveloping your entire being with an overwhelming presence that threatens to crush your spirit. Behind him, you see a radiant image materialize, an ethereal elf adorned in resplendent white and gold armor. His presence towering both 10 feet tall just behind the knight and seemingly to stretch 100 feet tall, breaking through the heavens themselves. In this moment, all distractions seem to fade away, and a primal fear grips your heart. You two that failed, you are now under the fear condition. You two that pass, feel this overbearing oppression and seem to shrug it off in a moment, realizing that you two don't really follow this divine religion, and it doesn't affect you as much. Halt. Who are you?
Frightened?
You are frightened.
Got it, frightened. Ooh, ghost face.
We are we're with the crown to we are help.
What is wrong with you, girl?
Mm.
You're in the
Hello.
crown here.
We're with the
I am
crown.
Tabatha Ravenwood, and I'm here today to go to church.
Is Tabatha beard as well, though? She is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she's Well, yeah, she is. Yeah.
And I'll have you know, the halo of light surrounding me um, is not fear, but divine.
Look at her. She really needs church.
I just like stumped. We don't follow the king's orders. The king does not give commands in the divine district. What gods
Yes.
do you revere?
Of 80s.
What
That much is
guard
clear.
do we above table?
Above table, the ones that the divine founders worship are Frenera, Aiden, Zanera, and Avades.
All right.
So I'm playing this like I rolled in that one. So
I have sworn to Avades because I believe in balance.
The only
As you
one I
see.
believe in is Idan.
Okay. I'm gonna need each of you to roll a persuasion or deception. You don't have to tell me which. Those that are feared have disadvantage.
Oh, not disadvantage.
Not the
Oh!
oh my god! I rolled a 19 and a nat 20.
Holy shit. Okay. Well, I mean, yours is true. Clearly. 10.
25.
Okay. And Divine?
24.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, I got 14 and 17. I get plus 10 on persuasion.
Fuck.
I mean, as I said, the halo of light
but-
surrounding me.
Okay,
is that
you
of
said persuasion.
Hades.
Do you follow Avades, truthfully?
Actually, I don't know.
That would be
Well, good news
deception.
is, my deception, I get advantage, and it's plus 7.
But-
So even if it's disadvantage, I get a 21.
Okay.
I put it in the chat. As I was saying, the halo of light surrounding me, I feel it symbols the divine need for me to go to church today, please.
I-
Ladies ordained it.
Above table, we're here for a big event of worship. This is like a very well-known thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is this event called?
There's not a specific thing, but you know, it's like everyone leading up to the wedding is it's like church, but you know, like Sunday church is a little bit more special. Like there's not a specific word for it, but you know, it's like everybody's coming
Yeah,
to
Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday, that you know what I meant.
Yeah, okay. I just say, we are here to worship.
He eyes Tempo very closely and steps slightly closer. Very well. I will see you all inside. Apologies, we are just protecting the church.
Adieu.
You never know when the abyssal harbingers are around the corner. And you see his two guards that were flanking him, spreading out, kind of move back closer towards him, and you all have free reign to continue on. I'm
Feniel
really
is-
mad that you all fucking got good wisdom saves.
Except for fucking Feniel and Tabby. We're just like over here like quickening our boots.
Really? Those are some crazy high rolls. The DC was 17.
Feniel is like not moving from the spot and kind of grabs Anna's like the edge of your arm.
And the god that you, or the radiant image, was the image of Avades. So I think this would make sense why it affected maybe Finiel a little bit more than...
And Tabby, yeah. I also rolled a nat 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to RP out the nat one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anna puts her hand over yours and just like starts guiding you a little bit inside.
Okay. Feniel's like, I think Evades is mad at me.
I'm sure he doesn't have any reason to be mad at you.
I didn't play in the games fairly. That wasn't very balanced. I helped you. I shouldn't have done that. That wasn't balanced. That wasn't.
Do you know how you can make
I
it up?
I will argue it was perfectly balanced. You know, they were cheating too.
Do you know how you can make it up?
Well, no, the last one they were. What, Tabatha? What?
Give to the next generation. There's children here. Children are great. Children are innocent. They're very bad at keeping their parents' secrets. If you know what I mean.
You are so creepy. I can't believe that you worship Evades.
I feel like at this point, it's like Finiel being like, blasphemy! You do not worship.
Yeah.
Fully just, you know, that crazy person on the corner outside of the church being like, you're a non-believer.
The end is nigh. I look
let's
over at
go.
Hannah and I'm like,
Let's
keep
go.
Tabby away from the children.
No, I must go see the children. They have their parents' secrets. Let's
Just
go.
sympathetically and keeps pushing you towards the church.
Oh my god!
Evades will
What is
surely hate me now.
what
The
is
cat's
today
out of
turning
control.
into?
What if I can't even heal anymore? What if I can't do magic? What if I'm just useless?
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Can someone
Do I
please
have?
cast a spell for Finiel?
Yeah.
Is
but
the
I-
one called Xanax or Clonopin?
It's called calm emotions, actually.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's
So
actually a spell.
I'm looking up if I have.
I love how Divine's like making up spells on the spot, and they're actually real spells.
Yeah, I think the component should be a paper bag for calm emotions.
Yeah.
Bippity boppity boo, bitch, get over it. We're going to church.
So, is there
Maybe I just
anything?
need to pray. It'll be better.
So, is there anything you would like to do before you enter? So you can see this beautiful scene before you. You see the rising statues of the divine founders and a beautiful fountain with cascading water and several people milling around. You do see similar guards, not particularly one that's similar to the one that approached you initially and spoke, but you do see the guards milling around and keeping close eyes on everyone.
As they're deciding what to do, I'm going to go ahead and break away and have a quick little smoke.
Okay. As soon as you light up your pipe, a guard approaches you. You cannot smoke here.
Oh. I'm sorry.
And he's gonna try and take the pipe out of your hand. I need a strength
Well, I
athletics
wouldn't
check.
resist. I wouldn't resist.
Okay. So he takes the pipe, and he's
Sir, I'm
gonna
so
pocket
sorry.
it.
I hope that you enjoy that later.
May Evades light cast better for you. I don't
Thanks.
know.
Like it is.
He might be a dumb guard, and I couldn't think of anything great in that moment.
If I could have it back, I promise I won't smoke anymore.
I think it's fine.
Thanks.
He doesn't give it back. He starts walking off.
Wait, you just said that it's fine, but you're digging my... Anyways. Hey guys, we're gonna have to stop by the tobacco store on the way back. But are we gonna go in or what?
Yes.
Oh, let's go.
I need to get right with the babies.
I mean, and I'm in a withdrawal state because I need to smoke really bad, but we're just gonna be fine. So we're gonna get into this church.
All
Do I
right.
know any comforting thing from Evades to say.
You
And-
have heard, you know, I think the only thing you've really heard is Avadi's Lights guides you.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a hello, goodbye kind of, you know, phrase.
Peace with it, your vibes.
Good vibes be with you. So as I said at the top, as the
Vibes
sermon, I said vibes be with you. As the sermon goes on, you will all have things to do around the cathedral. However, if you draw attention, there very well could be consequences, either socially or physically, as there are many guards that you see posted around all throughout the perimeter of the cathedral as you enter. Near the podium, you see ahead of you the Divine Pontifex of the Divine Church. We will be, once things get started, working in loose initiative, which means each group, until actual combat starts, should it start, will each go, and, you know, you can all have several things you could do at a time, and we'll see how that works out. If you want... Go ahead.
Sorry. I will cast Gift of Alacrity on myself.
And what does that do?
Last 8 hours. Let me see if I can post. Can you guys see the description of that or not?
Did you post it in the chat?
Yes, it should be. You touch a willing creature. For the duration, the target can add 1d8 to its initiative rolls.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I was gonna look it up, but that's great. Perfect. So should that come up, that'll be fine. I will go ahead and let you know I've pre-rolled their initiatives, and you will always be going first, and then, you know, who knows what happens, but you will always be making the first move until we potentially enter combat, should we ever. However, this is a church service, and it totally so moving and performing any kind of physical activities that would draw attention, you will have to roll deception, stealth, sleight of hand, something to hide what you're truly doing. The DC is set at 10. Should you fail it, it will go up to 15, and etc. This is base per person, but the higher, you know, failing one at like 20 will be big consequences versus missing the first one. If you don't roll perception on a round or somebody in your group, then we will be going off your passive perceptions, as I said before. Any questions before we head on into this church service?
Is this like a mega church?
Yeah, it's very large.
Is it?
Do they have like a rock band that's like?
No.
Are we
there's-
talking Protestant or Baptist?
They have a preacher. Do they have a
Catholic.
preacher?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Hey, this is
Catholic.
my turf. I know what's going on here.
All right.
And with you.
As you all enter, I will allow you. There's like a hush, and people are scattering around, finding their seats. There's some chatter amongst the group as the group you see before you as you come in, and there is a massive group of people trying to settle themselves within the pews. You see to your left and right higher stations of people sitting up. Some of you recognize people of higher status, and specifically to the bottom hand of the map, you see 7 of the King's Guard, along with all of the royal family in attendance. To the left, you see quite a few dukes and noble people. Anna, in particular, you see Lord Gregor Durin sitting with a young woman. And ahead of you, you see the clergymen assembling and preparing, and the man that spoke to you is heading up towards the pontifex, which is the head of the church, who is getting prepared for the sermon. Could you all just give me a general perception check to see if you pick up on anything right off the bat as you're kind of walking in and surveying the scene?
Tabitha's passive is greater than the 13 that she got.
Nice.
And your passive is
15, I think.
15.
Oh, I got a 17.
Okay. 17, 20, 13, and Finio?
We're gonna go with my passive perception of 13 because I got an 11.
And your passive
I can roll up
is
this.
only 12. So, Tempo in particular, you don't see too much that intrigues you. You do see the Duchess Varro with the Lord Chancellor Varro sitting up in... Where are they sitting? They are sitting on the side with the king. Her token's not on the board, but they are sitting over with the king at the end of the royal family. And they are the only family, House Varro is the only family sitting on the side with the king. Other than Lady Dumont and the Crown Prince. Everyone else, you're just seeing a big crowd. Nothing too much of note on that. So where are you all mingling and finding a seat as we're preparing for this church service?
Danielle is gonna pick like right kind of close to the royal family here.
Okay.
With a 15, do I see Lord Alistair anywhere?
You do not.
And so there's no like children's section, children worship.
You don't see many children here. And if they are, they are definitely being safeguarded by their parents.
Away from me. Trying to figure out some royal secrets. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna go.
I will note this is definitely seems like an adult only service, and maybe there is somewhere else that they keep the children during the service, but this seems like maybe getting into some topics that are a little bit more heavy than they would, do in front of a child.
Okay. I'm just gonna so in case anyone missed it, this is how Tabitha looks walking down the aisle trying to find her
Close.
seat.
And everyone's eyes are upon her.
And I'm going to go ahead and sit kind of close to Finn, but not super close.
So we're all
and that's scene for Tabitha.
wonderful. So we're all kind of fanning out, trying to get a good lay of the land. Timbo, where do you arrive?
I'd like to be as close to the front as possible, just to see what's happening.
All right. Go ahead and move yourself and position yourself wherever you think you could get to without a fuss. Okay. Right there, you definitely are fine. And as...
Yeah, I
Go ahead.
was thinking of taking the nice chairs, but then I thought someone's probably going to kick me out.
I was like, let's see how far he thinks he can go. I was like, As the sun's golden rays pierce through the stained glass windows of the grand cathedral, casting beautiful hues upon the assembled congregation, a hushed anticipation fills the air. The echoes of footsteps reverberated against the polished marble floors as the faithful gathered, their faces alight with reverence and hope. At the end of the sanctuary, in front of the resplendent altar adorned with symbols of the divine founders, stood the revered figure of the divine Pontifex. Resplendent in his ceremonial garb, a beacon of divine authority and spiritual guidance. With a graceful gesture, the Pontifex beckons for silence. The murmurs of the conversations faded into respectful hush. Clearing their throat, the Pontifex's voice resonates with a solemn cadence that commands the attention and reverence. Beloved children of our founders, honored guests, esteemed nobles, distinguished leaders of the realm. Today, in the presence of our reverend deities and under the watchful gaze of the divine founders, we gather to reaffirm our commitment to righteousness, to unity, and to the eternal light that guides our path. With a sweeping gesture, the Pontifex acknowledged the presence of the royal family. In attendance today, we are honored to welcome His Majesty, King Adrian Vigar I, sovereign ruler of our blessed land, whose wisdom and leadership embody the noble ideas of our faith. Turning his gaze to the assembled nobility before him, the Pontifex continued, their words ringing with warmth and inclusivity. And let us not forget the esteemed dukes and duchesses who grace us with their presence, pillars of our society whose unwavering dedication to the common good strengthens the fabric of our kingdom. And let us extend a warm welcome to honored guests from Avadel, the noble elves and guardians of Avades, stewards of the divine balance, have graced us with their presence on this auspicious occasion. Their kinship and solidarity serves as a testament to the bonds that unite us in our shared pursuit of righteousness and the truth. And with this, he motions to a group that you recognize that take a stand, Finiel, as the group that were at the melee.
Huh.
With a gracious nod, the Pontifex invites the elven representatives to step forward. Please, esteemed friends from Avadel, share us your wisdom and insight. Let your voices be heard amidst our gathering, and from unity lies our strength. And in solidarity, we shall prevail against the encroaching darkness. And so you see three members of the Order of Talvor step up with the Pontifex, and their leader begins speaking. Is there anything you all would like to do in this moment? If not, we'll continue on.
I'm going to go ahead and use my let me double check this item. Sorry guys. I'm gonna use, yeah, it's infinite. So 10 feet max. Let's see.
Where's the royal family?
So I'm going to walk over. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I delete that?
I didn't do it. I don't know how to delete it.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, so that's so awkward.
There should be like a thing in the middle that you click on and hit delete.
I'm
gonna walk over to Finn. I'm gonna ask, hey Finn, can I oh, there we go. Hey Finn, can I take your seat?
Excuse me.
Yes. I have a way of listening to important conversations, even whispers, and I would like to be able to do that, and your seat might be the difference between me hearing and not hearing.
Okay, before you do this, what are you trying to do?
I'm going to use the Ring of Whispered Secrets to hear even whispers 10 feet away from me.
And who is your target specifically?
So, if my calculation is correct,
Oh, you're just trying to get the most people possible.
Yeah, and like
Okay.
I'm trying to. So I think that if I am like here-ish, I should be able to hear those two people.
I'm gonna say no because it's about 10 feet up that they're at. So this is a very high rise. They're sitting above the crowd.
Oh shoot. Okay. Let me
So I was just gonna let you know that information before you decide what you wanted to do.
And with my perception, did I see any other important influential people? Like in the crowd, like on my level?
Yeah, so you see both these high rises are full of the highest and most influential people. But also, the closer you get to the front, you would assume maybe not dukes and duchesses, but the higher nobility would be closer to the front. As you saw, the honored guests were motioned to right over. Can I ping? I don't know how to ping.
think I
It's
see her.
upper. Yeah, the elves up there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over the empty pew.
Yeah. By the way, Feniel was going to respond. Are you asking to sit in my lap? Because otherwise, I'd suggest going over there.
And I just turn, look at her, and I say, "Watch it, toots." And I.
It's
step
a
over.
church. We're at a church. God
Okay,
damn
so
it.
you are the. I love that. You are actively getting up and moving across the room as the
I'm just-
sermon is beginning.
So like, but I'm like, I kind of to play it off, and I can do like a performance or.
I will tell you what to roll. You tell me how you're
Okay,
trying to do
I'm like-
this.
I like act like I wave kind of at not quite at anyone, but it looks like I'm really waving at someone. Like
You're
"Oh,
being
I'm
like,
so
oh,
there,
you want me to
there
sit
you
over there?
are,
Oh,
there you
yeah.
are."
And then you sit
And
by
I
yourself.
kind of move, but I do it very swiftly, and I sit by myself.
You're like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't find you. And then you
Yes.
fully sit by yourself.
Oh yes. I'm hoping no one watches me that long.
Give me a deception check. At
Okay, so I get it-
disadvantage.
Oh, okay, now to clarify, with deception, I get
Advantage.
advantage. So,
So
it's
this
just a
is
straight
just
roll.
a straight roll.
And to go ahead and make an advantage, as I'm doing this, oh hi, I toss my coin in my left hand. I'm waving with my right hand to get advantage on this because I'm not wanting to flub this early.
Okay.
So yes, we're using that. Shit. 16.
yeah. It's DC 10.
Okay, good. We made it.
Okay.
And I'm using the ring to tune into any whispers in a 10 feet. I'll draw it. You get the point.
Yeah.
Oh, and they move away. They see me doing that and they're like, hell no.
Well, he literally asked them to come up there. And then you moved. Is there anything anyone else would like to do in this quick little moment?
I think Feniel's going to give herself a little bit of guidance and do another perception check from where she's sitting. Just to kind of check on if I see anything that looks like it might be for disguising. You know what? Scratch the guidance. I'm going to use detect magic.
Okay. That's 10 minutes, right?
Yep.
Concentration 10 minutes. Okay. If that becomes relevant, I will tell you. You do see the room alight, much like you would expect. And every guard alights to an extent. It seems there's some sort of magic about each and every one of the guards in this room. However, I don't know how to ping. Does anyone know how to ping?
You click and hold, I think.
Do you see where I
Yeah.
pinged? This guard.
Was it this one?
Yeah.
This one? Yeah. This guard in particular radiates the same, but there's a slight different hue as well. As well as this one.
Sorry, which one?
The one at the very back of the room. Do you see it?
Pink. Okay, so those two.
This one and this big guy up here.
Detect
Where is
magic
it?
does have a 30-feet radius.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well,
I didn't think about that. Well, I already gave it to
Oh,
you, so
well.
fuck it.
I'm in church. I'm in my element.
Yeah, I already gave it to you. You don't really know what it is, but yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
I think that's fair within this. I'm the GM, but thank you for reminding me because I forgot about that. So
Me too.
yeah, because this is a big ass room. So we
Yeah.
will continue on. Stop me if anyone at any point wants to do anything. And I will also give you opportunities to do stuff. So you see the three members of the Order of Talvor take the stage, and the main one steps close to the Pontifex and begins to speak. Brothers and sisters, hear me now as we face looming shadows of chaos and destruction that threatens to engulf us. The abyssal harbingers of Corvaria bear the bearer of the Black Death, and her vile minions, the beasts of darkness, have reared their heads once more, claiming the lives of my beloved kin, true followers of Avades, defenders of the Paragons, and siblings of the Divine Founders. But fear not, for we are bound together as family under the luminous mantle of Avades' light, and together we shall stand against the encroaching darkness. The Drow, long left to their own devices, have succumbed to the whispers of malevolence, reverting to their wicked ways and launching assaults upon peaceful lands. Their eyes now turn towards us, my dear brothers and sisters, seeking to spread vile plague of chaos and despair. But we shall not falter. We shall not cower, for we are guardians of righteousness and defenders of all that are sacred. In the name of Avades, we pledge to wage an unyielding war against the forces of darkness, to stand firm in the face of adversity, and to protect you, our cherished brethren. With every fiber of our being, we vow to fight our last breath, to vanquish the agents of evil, and to ensure that the light of Avades continues to shine brightly upon us. And you see the blade that was once noticed by you is drawn
Oh.
and held out almost in a ceremonial fashion. And the big guy that approached you, that's different from many of the other guards, walks up in between him and the Pontifex and stands looking out to the crowd. We'll give you one more chance to do anything if y'all would like. If not, we will move swiftly along.
I'm gonna give myself guidance, and I'm going to prep an action here. I won't
Guidance
use
is
it.
your action.
Guidance is my action. Okay, then I will prep. a
Well, just tell
bonus.
me what you're doing, because this is like loose. Could be several rounds.
I'm preparing to tackle this guard if he makes any
Okay.
funny.
I'll allow guidance on that.
Okay.
Should it come to this. Anyone else?
No.
As a token of our unwavering commitment, we shall honor the Pontifex's chosen champion with a blade forged in the heart of Avadel. blessed by the esteemed Norian Council themselves. This blade is a relic of the noble order of Talvor and has stood as a bastion of righteousness for centuries. And now it shall serve as a symbol of our endearing unity and unbroken bond. To you, our champion, we bestow this sacred weapon, entrusting you with the responsibility of safeguarding your faith, your people, and our world from the encroaching darkness. May the light of Avades guide you. May the strength of unity be emboldened upon your spirit. And may the blessings of the divine founders be upon us all, now and forevermore. Together we shall prevail. And you see he hands over the blade. The champion holds it up as a symbol as he's finished speaking and sheaths it. And the three head back to their seats. And Divine, as they sit down, you hear, that went better than we expected. Now it's... and then you hear, a few seconds later, before too much business goes on, the Pontifex is reshuffling and the champion's moving out of the way, and you hear, now we just wait. So we continue on as the Divine Pontifex. I just like saying that.
Yeah,
Beloved
this is fun.
faithful, children of the Divine Founders, heirs to the sacred covenant, I stand before you today, entrusted with the solemn duty to guide and illuminate your path of our devout congregation. As the Divine Pontifex, chosen vessel of our revered deities, I speak with reverence and conviction, for our faith is the beacon that pierces through the shadows and doubt and despair. In the presence of Avades, the divine founder of balance, light and darkness, we find solace in the harmony of existence. For it's this delicate equilibrium of light and shadow that the tapestry of creation is woven, reminding us of the perpetual dance between virtue and temptation. Let us therefore embrace the light of righteousness and resist the lure of darkness, for in our steadfast we honor the divine will. I ask again, are y'all doing anything? And so far you've not seen much happen. There's been nothing of note.
And because of that, I would still say no.
I'm gonna make
Anna is extremely bored in this server. She's fidgeting with her sword.
I'm gonna look
It's like-
around.
I rolled
So
an
I'm specifically going to see if I can. So like the one with the ping on it, that guard. I want to see if I can check out.
You would not know this.
Oh, well, he's the one. So the reason I say that is like the one with the ping on him is the one that was like, all we can do is just wait, right?
Oh, the one. Do I have it like targeted or something?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was actually the two in the seat behind him. I don't know how to unselect him.
Oh, so those two behind him?
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
really
actually-
know what's going on, why it's selected like that.
Okay.
Oh,
Did I
I
hear
do.
Those, did I hear those guards say anything? The ones that are in the circle?
Yeah, you heard the two guards in the circle. That's who you heard, with the two people sitting behind, and say the things that you heard. Those are the ones that said that.
Okay, because I put the two circles there because, like, if I scootsies to the other side of
Yeah.
the pew, I can hear in that circle. But if I'm in this side, I hear those two guards.
So you heard the two that just sat back down that were
Yeah.
up on stage with the guy that was speaking, but he didn't say anything.
So the ones that were talking basically about that, I want to look at the one who was needing reassurance. like the one that was nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see where he's looking, like shifty eyes. I'm looking for shifty eyes.
Okay.
So can that be a perception at disadvantage?
That would be. Yeah, I'll allow that.
Perception at disadvantage. Okay, 11 and 12. So 11 plus 5, 16.
He's kind of glancing behind him when he
Okay.
sat down and said that.
And then Tabitha's gonna do like a little stretch, very eloquently in her pew.
Mhm.
She's she's just stretching, and she's gonna hear a little crack of her spine as she looks her head around to see what he's looking at.
She's like an owl. She thinks she's an owl and tries to move too far, and she's like, "Ow, ow." With a 16, she doesn't see anything that strikes her out of the ordinary at a glance.
But it's the two people like immediately behind him is what I'm getting, because there's no one in the pews.
You do see Marquise Hawthorne, and he is right here.
Is that was he shifting his eyes directly behind him, or
No,
shifting his eyes?
he was just shifting his eyes behind him. There was no direct target.
Okay. I'm if that's his child that's with him.
You also see a guard across the room begin moving.
Can you ping it? Sorry to ask you to ping it.
It's the one that just moved.
Shit.
And you do see this
The
guard
shifty eye
head
is my
this way.
Mark, basically. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, something's happening. Okay. Oh, I'm just okay. I gotta make decisions fast. I'm gonna turn around, and I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna move back one aisle.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Okay. And I'm gonna. So I don't know if this helps at all with disadvantage with Shadow Cloak that I'm wearing because it's black and sleek.
You don't
it says
have
it gives
disadvantage
me-
right now.
Okay.
It's just a straight roll. Because everyone's fixated on the
18.
Pontifex.
18.
18? Okay.
So I'm
You
gonna
easily
move my-
make your way over, and everybody's encapsulated with what's going on. Finiel, I saw you move.
I'm gonna start following the guard that is walking back.
Are you doing this as a point of like you belong there, or are you trying to like hide what you're doing?
I am walking like I belong and that I have like I'm walking as if I'm part of the guard.
Give me a deception check with disadvantage.
Not like okay, I'm not saying like I'm part of the guard, but like you know how guards would walk along the side and how that's what they're doing right now? I am simply following and looking.
I said what I said.
I'm following with purpose confidently because if you follow with purpose confidently, no one really questions where you're going. Does that make sense?
Give it with disadvantage.
Shit. Deception?
Yeah. Deception would be like you fit in, and you're not doing anything out of the ordinary.
That's fair. Oh, so I'm so good at deception. I'm definitely using my guidance, just FYI.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's 13.
Sorry, did you roll a 1 on your guidance?
I rolled a 1 on my chat.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
Well,
I can't roll out of that at all. So it's 4 with whatever. 5? I noticed my armor is like clanking louder than I want it to. And I'm going to just like tuck myself right here and sit in this pew, I think.
Before that happens.
Oh no, am I yelled at? Am I struck by lightning? Those are like, that's the same level of like punishment to Feniel. Like I get in trouble. I don't like.
Can you
being
make an
in-
intelligence saving
God
throw?
smites you.
Excuse me. Is the spell being cast within 5 feet of me?
No.
Am I being charmed or frightened?
No.
It's like Guess Who.
I have all your advantages and everything that would help you right here. I have.
By the way, earlier I would have, if I would have been at advantage for that wisdom save because it was this frightened
Oh well, yeah, but
shit.
nothing happened, so it's fine.
15.
Okay. I'm so
Feniel-
sorry.
No, what's happening to me?
Can you take 15 points of psychic damage?
Feniel shits her pants in
As
church.
you hear, "Sit down," rack through your brain.
I said,
And you don't know where it came from. And let's see if anyone else does.
I hate this.
Nope.
I just see in the distance.
Wait.
Sits back down.
I have
Oh, I
a
also
ring
have,
of mind shielding.
Oh, I have advantage on saving throws.
That
to
doesn't
hit.
help
Right.
with.
Shit.
That doesn't
no.
protect you against psychic damage.
Oh,
The you hearing something was just flavor.
Oh, okay. Boo.
You are also at disadvantage. Actually, you failed it. Your next saving throw will be at disadvantage. So sorry. Roll better. So
I'm
as
not
we
using these dice. I'm done with these. Ugh.
as we continue, you've all seen those that have perceived it. Some shifts in some people, and you hear the Pontifex speak again. Venera, the goddess of beast animals, blesses us with the gifts of life in its myriad of forms. In the sacred tapestries of the natural world, we witness the majesty of her creation. I can read, where every creature, from its mightiest lion to the humblest sparrow, finds its place. Let us heed her call to stewardship, for in nurturing the world around us, we honor divine providence bestowed upon us. Aiden, the god of magic and time, bestows upon us the wondrous mysteries of the arcane and the inextraordinary march of time. In the unfolding of history and the currents of magic that course through our world, we discern the hand of the divine intervention. Let us cherish the knowledge gifted to us and wield it with wisdom and prudence, for in the mastery of magic, we honor the divine intellect that shapes our destiny. All right, how are we making up this fumble that some of us made? All of you saw this happen to Finiel. This was not an easy situation. Also, your DC is now 15.
For my turn, I would
So
like
sorry.
to use under my features and traits. Sorry, somebody else has something ready. They can go.
I do not. I don't know what to do with this.
If I saw it, I would like to cast detect magic to see if I can sense who did it or who's casting spells here.
Okay. That'll be in a 30-foot radius.
Yes, that's right.
Let me just take a look. You don't see any. You didn't detect anyone casting that specific spell. However, the guard that just walked behind you and is looking like he's about to cross the aisle, there is a slight tinge of magic on him.
Okay.
I would like to
Nothing else?
I mean, you see a group full of people with magical items, but that seems to be the only thing within 30 feet that really spots your attention. No one casts a spell in that range.
As a kinder, Tabatha would like to use Fearless to have advantage on saving throws to end the frightened condition on herself. May she proceed?
Oh, you're not frightened anymore.
Oh, thank God.
I didn't realize you still thought you were frightened. So sorry. It was only while you were in 10 foot of him.
Oh. Whoa. Okay. Well, anyways, so I'm gonna tune in to the drama happening here, especially if a guard is about to cross this.
Okay, give me a perception check.
And I'm going to go ahead and roll that. And I get a nat 20 plus
I hate you.
5 is 25.
Fucking hate you.
How am I rolling so many nat ones and Tabatha just stay beat?
Just nat
Stay
20,
rolling.
nat 20,
Babe.
nat 20, nat 20.
Thanks, babe. She takes her secret non-flammable pipe and puffs it under her
No,
robe.
You do not have a pipe. You do not have a... Tabitha does not have a pipe anymore. She's gonna have to
Her
go
vape.
buy one.
Her vape.
Her second pipe that she always keeps on hand.
Yeah,
For if
secret
one
pipe.
is stolen. All right, so as this happens, we will see a little bit of movement once more amongst the room. Let me roll for him before we see what happens. Nope. Nope. That was 2 5s and a 3, so I know your pain, Bale. So
Still better than what I got.
yeah, you've gotten a bunch of nat ones. Okay.
Okay. I think I have a new dice to use.
This guard, I don't... Gets deleted, I guess. This guard makes his way over here and kind of steps into the pew here. And... Tabatha, you here. You're needed in the back tower. The Pontifex wishes to speak to you in just a moment, as soon as he's done with your sermon. So if you could, by his guidance, follow me. And they all begin to stand up and presumably follow this guard in a single file line, heading towards this tower, making their way this direction. This guard will cross on over and head out into this area. And all of this is seen because they rolled like fucking dog shit. And I don't know how to open doors. Hold on. It's fine. This guard disappears. So,
I'm going to...
not your
stealth-
turn.
Oh, sorry.
That's what you see. And then the Pontifex continues. Zanera, goddess of fate and prophecy, whispers to us the secrets of fate, of the future, and threads of destiny that bind us all. In the tapestries of fate, every soul finds its place, every choice a ripple in the fabric of reality. Let us embrace our destinies with courage and resolve, for in the face of the unknown, we honor the divine wisdom that guides our steps. Yet, even as we bask in the radiance of the divine founders, let us not forget the lurking shadows that seek to ensnare us, the abyssal harbingers. Embodiments of darkness and despair tempt us with false promises and empty allurements. Now you can do something.
Tabatha pretends to look very moved, as you can see, by the sermon. And just as quick as she looks very moved by the sermon, she steals away with advantage with her stealth cloak.
Okay.
And she gets an 18 plus 10, 28. And so Tabatha is going to walk along. Oh shit, I threw another one of those damn circles. Okay. She's gonna steal away.
Be right
Down here. And kind of go under this to be sneaky. And she's gonna go over by the. Oh. Well, should I just do? Because that guy's guarding up here, because only royal people can go up there or whatever. How's my deception? I have an advantage. Because I can even hear through walls.
Oh shit.
So assuming it's just a 2-story tower, I could, if I go even a moment here, hear into that conversation. Do I know the names of these people?
As you're deciding that, what does everyone else do before things get wild and crazy?
Great.
Did I say that out loud? It doesn't matter. It's about to happen.
Yeah, Feniel's gonna give herself guidance. And fuck. Yeah, that'll be it. What the fuck? Oh, I never took the long rest from the fucking. Whoops. Okay.
What is
Tabatha-
Finiel doing? Took
Oh,
guidance.
sorry. Just took guidance. Because that's an action. She's not wanting to stand back up. Because that hort. I guess she's just gonna wait and see what happens.
Tabatha, with her halo of light behind her, is going to come up these stairs.
And how does she have a halo of light behind her, other than you saying it?
Because,
Wellness drinks.
she's. Oh, there's.
It's a
there are
healthy
people up there.
glow.
Okay, I thought these seats were empty. So I'm just going to beckon to the guard. Like, excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I have a bit of the nerves, but I don't want to miss the sermon. Is it okay if I wait here next to you?
No.
Okay,
Down the stairs.
down the stairs. Thank you. I'll just wait back here then. And I'm going to catty corner my ass.
Okay.
And what do I hear inside the tower? Do I need to roll anything? With the whispering ring, I believe I can hear through walls.
Give me a perception check. Finiel,
Okay.
if you're just sitting and like observing, give me a perception check. What is Anna
Yeah.
and Tempo doing?
Anna saw a little scuffle weird thing that happened with Finiel, so she's gonna like.
You also saw a guard just walk by you, and a couple of people moving through the crowd.
Can I take my passive perception of 13 because it's better than what I rolled?
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
I'm literally just like useless this one. How am I useless in church? I'm a cleric.
I don't know.
My whole thing.
I don't know. Balance is a bitch.
Ugh.
Roll one of your balance die for me. Would that add to it?
Oh. Let me see. How do I use the... Wait.
I think it's a D6. It's a D6 in this moment. Roll a D6, add it to your perception. If that's better than your
Okay.
passive, it's gotta be, right?
I rolled a 1 on it.
No, it's not. I'm so sorry. I'm trying
So
to help you.
I got, what is it called? 9?
Damn. Okay, 13.
I rolled 16 on my perception through the walls.
Okay.
Okay.
So tempo is not gonna actually do anything because nothing is happening. I'm just waiting for it to
Yeah,
happen.
there was definitely things that happened.
Yeah, but I'm sitting like in front. I can't really see, huh?
No, this
then
is
it was-
like, it's enough to cause attention that people are like every time, if I don't say it doesn't, if it happens, you notice it because it's enough to cause people to like, it's church. Everybody's like, oh, and it causes attention. It's like somebody walking into a quiet room. You
Yeah,
notice people
so-
getting up and walking around.
That guard that just passed by me.
Mm-hmm.
Do I notice anything about him? That's weird. Like,
do you want
why
to give me
is
an
he hanging
insight
out?
check?
Oh my. Oh goodness. 13.
It could be worse. Could be a nat 1.
You don't notice a
could be
damn
worse.
thing. That's a guard doing his duty.
I don't care about that guy, I guess. The dice dictated that I don't care about that guy.
All right, Tempo,
I'm-
last chance. Do you do anything?
Well, if
You
I've
have
noticed
seen-
everything that happened,
You have seen a couple. You saw a guard literally pass right behind you and go talk to the elves. You notice a guard moving around in the back, and they all seem to be converging at the same point, or heading in the same direction, per se.
Pretty heady.
okay. Can I stealthily try to follow them?
You certainly can try. Give me a stealth roll as you're trying to. I will give you advantage because you're small and everyone's attention is fixated somewhere else.
13. That's not bad for a wizard, though.
It's not bad. DC's 10, so you can definitely head up to 60 feet wherever you wish.
Can you just point where they were?
There's some over here, and there's one over here that you've seen shift around.
I'm sorry, I couldn't see you ping in.
Do you see these elves over here in this line?
Oh, at the top, yeah. It's
And
not a very
then-
good thing, yeah.
Yeah, I know it sucks. And then all the way at the very back.
Okay, let's see, 60. Okay, so I can move quite a lot, July.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go like that? I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm just gonna sit like that, trying to... Actually, there, maybe.
Okay.
Trying to listen to the conversation.
So as soon as you sit down, they are going to head on over, and this guard is the first to approach you. Can I help you, Tabatha? He doesn't know your name. I'm just getting your attention.
Oh,
Hello.
okay. I thought you were talking to me. I'm like,
No.
Hello. I'm sorry. Are you the guard that was up the stairs?
No.
Sorry, 1 second. I ate a brownie.
Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm. 20. Or sorry, 19.
What the fuck?
Can you roll that with disadvantage as I silvery barbs that shit?
13.
Go sit down. And you feel a magic compelling you to go sit down.
Did I hear anything with the perception check of 16 before this happened?
Right. That was still part of your turn. You heard a commotion as if running upstairs.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry. I was just so nervous, but I don't feel so nervous anymore.
I think. Okay, so Feniel's gonna see Tabatha moving back to her seat.
Probably sees the guard.
Yeah.
Talks to me shortly after. I walks up.
This guard heads on in, and these 3, 4 figures make it all the way roughly back here.
Can I follow?
Yes.
Feniel's gonna stand up one more time. She's gonna sneak this time and try and duck back and follow wherever they're going. Is this what check am I making here?
Are you doing it like as you are purposefully, or you're just trying to avoid people's gaze and like?
I hide,
Okay, that's the stealth check.
which is
DC
already naturally
15.
at. It's not. Oh no! It's already at disadvantage because I have armor on.
I will give you advantage, but just roll me a straight roll.
Did you roll an L1? Did you roll an L1?
Oh no! Inspiration, because you've done well.
I rolled a 2!
Inspiration, because you've done really good RP.
I rolled something normal!
What, like a 10?
No, actually good. It's actually good. 19 with my modifier.
Okay. So you can make your way. I'll give you 30 feet.
Wait, so not what I went? Maybe less, maybe like
No, I'll give you where you were.
okay.
That's fine.
And I'm gonna kind of like take a look at what they're doing.
Detect magic still up. Yes.
I did guidance, so no longer.
That's not concentration.
It's not? Then yeah, detect magic's still up.
You see that there is a faint bit of magic over all 3 of these. Order of Talvor.
Do I recognize it?
A different kind of magic over the guard. If you want to, on your next turn, you could do an Arcana check, because you have done a little bit. But you are in view. I've lost my place because you disturbed me. Vothar,
Sorry.
the god of fire, forges and strengthens, beckons us with flames of passion and the forge of ambition. Yet let us not be consumed by the inferno of greed and power, for in our hubris we risk forsaking the light of the fleeting warmth of false glory. Corvaria, goddess of shadows, secrecy, and death, shrouded in a veil of oblivion and whispers, of untold secrets hidden in the depths of darkness. Yet let us not succumb to the whispers of despair and that word. For in the embrace of shadows, we lost sight of the guiding light that leads us to salvation. Now you can make your Arcana check. And roll high. You can also do guidance.
I'm gonna guidance that shit.
As you probably should. Because your nat one is not doing
Strong.
well. Is it a nat one?
It's a 5 and a 1.
Throw those fucking dice away.
I went and got
Yeah.
new dice.
They need to go to dice jail.
Burn them. Throw them
I
out.
don't have any dice left. I have been using different ones each time. Okay, so
Maybe it's you. Maybe you're the problem.
Yeah, get a new hand.
8.
Get a new life. Shit.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. I'm gonna add +3 per level on whatever I roll. So if it's a first level spell, it'll be whatever I roll. Is that fair?
Okay.
That's a natural 18.
Can you send me your dice?
I'm so sorry.
It is literally a quarter with 18 and 20 on both sides.
I
I'm
swear,
gonna go ahead and
I
roll
can
the
literally take a picture. It's a natural 18. And I've used a different die for every roll, so I'm so sorry. I will give you, even on this, the magic is different between the two of them, and one is enchantment, one is illusion. There's 3 people with enchantment, 1 person with illusion. Effects upon them.
Okay.
That's a lot for your shitty roll.
That is a lot for my shitty roll. I'm just angry. I'm sorry. I'm like I'm so upset. I'm so tilted about this.
No, you're fine.
Stay tilted. Maybe it'll help the die roll.
Yeah, it needs to roll further than it is. So. Anyways.
Tabatha is wondering to herself if she is compelled to sit for a certain amount of time.
She's not.
Oh, good. Tabatha's gonna sneak again when she can.
Can I?
They all
take
disappear into this room.
Can I take an action once I realize what I'm looking at?
Oh yeah, okay. Then we'll move them back out. My bad. Actually, you all get to move before they head in, but they are.
Okay.
You all see they're heading in there.
Tabatha
Okay.
sneaks again. Ba-ba-ba. And she gets a 29. Does she make?
Your DC is now 15 because you got caught a little bit. But yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna sneak back here, and I'm gonna hang around this corner right here, and I'm going to, if it's possible, because that was my cunning action, for my action, use perception to listen real hard
Yeah,
for
for sure.
whispers.
You
And
all have like
only,
several actions you can take in a moment. So yeah, just tell me
It
what you're
was
trying to do.
only 11, and I probably hear this guard on the other side of the stairs.
Your passive is 15, so we'll go with 15. Okay. But you can hear through walls up to 10 feet, right?
Sorry, I
Okay.
was trying to draw
So
it.
you can't hear that. You can't hear through all of that. But okay. Duly noted. Tempo, Anna, Finiel. I know Finiel, you said you wanted to do something.
Yeah. So, I would like to cast dispel magic on the one with illusion.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay. That's a 3rd level spell, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dispel magic dispels things of 3rd level or lower instantaneously, but if it's higher, it needs to roll a.
Yeah.
I know how it works. The problem
Yeah.
is there's some homebrew mechanics that even us within the
Sorry.
player base deal with
They're interfering with it.
that I would not allow a dispel magic to work on. So I think it goes to a roll.
Okay. Oh god, hold on. Let me decide which dice I want to use. I'm gonna get out the other one that I put in here.
It
I'm
served
gonna
its
get my pretty
time.
one.
It served its time. Yeah, I think it's done its time for the crime.
So
Okay.
we're gonna do a roll, and you're gonna add your spell modifier to it.
Okay.
Okay. Do I notice this happening, or I casting a spell?
I mean, I'm casting a spell.
There will be a stealth component, but yeah, this is casting a spell.
There's somatic elements
Yeah.
to this.
So you I think would be in the know if everyone else's is a different roll.
Okay.
You ready?
I will help you out if you fail on this.
What can you do? Oh yeah, your chronomancy.
What was your roll?
I haven't rolled yet. I'm scared.
Roll!
Go for it.
I already rolled.
Wow.
I rolled a nat 3.
Yeah, but you have to add your modifier as well on it, right?
That's with the modifier.
Or that's with the modifier, my god.
I
The
rolled a
spell
9.
drops.
Okay.
You see a drow.
Oh.
Tabatha. You're
Scat-
not. I will give it to you. This is Zindra.
Oh shit.
You're girly?
Instantly, right after, the spell goes back up.
Uh,
It's at will, but you saw it quick enough.
That bitch sent me back to my seat.
That's all you can think of.
And I have to do now a stealth check at disadvantage to see how many people saw it. I need you to roll me a stealth check or sleight of hand to see who noticed you cast it. That's a nat 3. A lot of people saw.
Oh.
Okay, Tabatha,
Wait,
If she
I need to
can.
see your modifier. Yeah, go ahead.
she's gonna go around the corner because everyone's distracted, I assume, by that.
Potentially, yeah.
So she's going to try, only if this works, but she's gonna try to stealth like over here behind this fence so she can get a better view of the drama about to unfold.
Just
Oh my God.
kidding. With her modifiers, she meets the condition.
Okay.
So it doesn't cause alarm, but you all saw it.
I
Those
rolled-
within range.
So you know how I had to hit a 15?
Mm-hmm.
Can I guidance it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's so nice of you. Thank you, Miss DM. I needed this. Just a little.
Just a little flavor.
Oh no.
I made it. 16.
Okay. All right. As we continue on, I think at this point the sermon has fallen in the background. And
You don't say.
I don't say. And everyone's gaze is fixed upon the situation. As they Anna, Tempo, you have one thing you have a number of things if y'all want to do anything to join the fray in this mix before they enter into this room.
Yeah, can I just move closer to Tabby?
Sure, give me a stealth check.
Um,
Gotta be stealthy to keep up with me.
advantage or not?
I'm gonna say sure.
That's 18.
How are you all rolling like that? Like that's wild.
Sounds like a skill issue.
You've had a
I
minute.
rolled 2 nat 3s, so I have been both very good and both very bad.
Dispel Dice, by the way, you guys, has great deals in their dice, and I'm rolling better than ever.
Dispel dice.
Sponsored, not
Dispel Dice.
sponsored. If we could get a sponsor, that'd be great. Anna, what you doing?
Yes. I see this whole prostitution, so I'm gonna walk over next to Finiel.
Give me a deception check. You would get advantage because everyone's sight is fixated somewhere else, but you are in. I think you have disadvantage on stealth, so just give me.
I have this. Yeah, I have disadvantage.
So just give me a straight roll. With stealth. So just give me a straight stealth roll.
I was very confused about that. 12. I rolled 11.
Yep, the DC's 10. So you can make your way over there as you all see them, Zendra included, for those that saw, head in here, seemingly unfazed.
Okay.
Zendra potentially could be a little bit concerned, but
So Tabatha is going to go, if possible, and listen 10 feet through the wall to see if there's still commotion or for when it gets quiet.
okay, go for it.
And so I'll roll perception. 12. Do I hear like footsteps?
I'm not gonna roll for this. You 100% hear a lot of commotion going on. You hear some low like whispering, and it's above a whisper, so it's normal speaking voice, but they're trying to be quiet about it. And you hear, quickly, tie them up, quick! We have to get them down. We have to get rid of them. And you recognize this voice as Zendra.
That's not weird. That's not a weird.
That's
So I'm gonna venture a guess. Like when I imagine this to be a tower, not that I know that it's a tower, but like I could see
You
that
do
it's
know
a
it's
tower.
a tower. You saw it before you walked in. This is a very.
So
This is probably an 8 to a 10-story tower.
okay, I'm gonna venture a guess that they're not hanging out on the first floor.
They are at the moment at the first floor. However,
So I can
you
tell by the
heard.
whispers.
You heard. Yeah, you heard. Tie them up. Get them down.
So I'm going to wait for things to get a bit quieter, but I plan to go through the store.
Got it.
May it be known.
Anyone else have a reaction, interest they want to do before the story moves along?
I am walking towards the door as well.
Yeah, you
And I'm
all
gonna
can
tell
definitely do
Finn. I'm gonna tell Finn. By the way, sorry, I'm gonna tell Finn and Anna and Tempo, guys. Let's just stay out of the way of hearing the whispers be carried throughout Thormir. I'll let you know when the coast is clear for us to bust through this joint. That bitch sent me back to the pew.
All
I
right.
whispered to Tabby, "Good news. I ordered new dice and they get here on Saturday.
I'm so glad.
I'm
Remember,
not fucking kidding.
That's so funny.
Dispel Dice,
R.I.P..
please sponsor us.
R.I.P. R.I.P. I'm gonna roll 4 d20s to see what happens next.
Cool.
So Anna, what did you think of the sermon?
You hear a bunch of shuffling and cracks and people falling, and then there's silence.
All right, guys, it's time to blow this joint. I take a look at the door to see if it's locked.
It is not.
Good.
I-
Well, actually, could it be locked?
I open the door.
It's not.
No. Could it? Because I just
No.
really want to do advantage sleight of hand plus 20.
It's not. It's not locked.
You could. You know what?
Okay.
You know before you touch the doorknob if it's a push or a pull. That's what you get with your fucking sleight of hand plus 20.
You will have all your moments for your bullshit, but not on this day. Not on my holy day.
I cannot with
Not
you.
today, Satan.
You know what? You get a +0, bitch, for opening that door.
Open the damn door. I thought it was quiet, bitch. What are these 3 people doing here?
Oh, there's a lot more than 3. Just because there was Hajj doesn't mean. I said what I said. I didn't say there was nobody in there. So
Well,
you see
because I know.
about 9 people in the room. 3
I
of them, the
just
members
six.
of the Order of Talvor, are tied up, that are over here to your left.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, there's 9 people in here. If you can't see the 3 others, you might need to refresh your screen.
Oh no, it's probably just because of the angle. I can't see what's
Yeah.
over.
Oh yeah, that's fair. You can all make your way in, but
I shoved Tabby in. Move past her.
I'm gonna go ahead and start.
we need to roll initiative.
Yeah.
As Tabby,
As Tabby, I'm
I
gonna
need
try to
you-
untie. one of
actually,
the
I'll
guards.
give you 1 action to do before we roll initiative.
With my little rapier, I'm going to cut the ropes of one of the guards and say, "Come on, sister."
I'm gonna
or
say you
mister."
can try to do that, but that's gonna be something that would be contested very much in initiative.
What about a sneaky sleight of
Okay,
hand?
give me a stealth check to see if you can do it.
Okay,
DC's
self
20. Because you had to
so does
open a door and
27?
walk in.
How's 27 sound?
I hope you eat my fucking ass.
And then I'm gonna do
I
a sleight of
fucking hate you.
hand, like Zora.
No, you're not. You're not. You're just gonna cut the fucking rope, and I'm done with your bullshit rolls.
I do a sleight of hand.
I'm just done with your bullshit rope. Roll
33.
initiative. You know what? You get fucking disadvantage, you stupid, dirty, no wiping ass bitch.
22.
Fuck off. Fuck
You're
off.
rasping at straws, and this bitch
Yeah.
could just be like 30, 33,
97,
40.
105.
22. And I say, "Hey, sister or mister, get up. We've got work to do."
I rolled a nat 3, and that's for 107. Truly, it's just fucking
It's
unhinged.
literally like an algebra equation, like my rolls. It's
Yeah.
like, it's the roll squared plus 99, all that
Equals-
squared.
equals fuck you.
Oh yeah, initiative. Oh, it's too much. I don't know how I ended up with that. I really
I
didn't
don't
mean to do
either.
it.
I also
I
don't know.
promise.
Ugh. I'm so sorry, Bale.
Rolling initiative.
Yeah.
By the way, I did not buy from Dispel. I there was a set of dice that I had been looking at for a minute, so I
Well, good for you regardless.
Okay, so I rolled initiative. You know what I rolled for fucking initiative?
A 1.
I can't see.
Or a 10?
Can't see it. 13? A 1.
A one. Is that a one?
Fucking one!
Oh, honey.
Oh,
Done!
that was
Done!
Okay,
was
give
very
me
funny.
2 seconds. We will figure this out in just a second.
you threw the die and the dice rolling sounded weird.
Yeah.
Oh, at the same time.
Um,
Yeah, no, I threw it.
yeah.
It's gone.
Tempo, could you give me your initiative, or is it 19?
It's 19.
Okay. Tabatha.
Oh, it was 16.
Okay. Anna, 12.
Yep, 12.
And
3.
You're at the
I'm
last, so
3.
it doesn't matter. We will begin combat.
I will say it's 10:30. Do we want to start combat right now? Do you think we would be able to conclude it before it gets too late? Because I do want to
not, however,
Okay.
I do want a good little hit off.
Okay. You want some little spice before we head
I
out?
want some little spice before we head out.
Okay.
So
So,
Zendra drops her stealth. So I'll put her token. Her true token. In all her regal beauty. As my beloved first love. She drops it. And she looks you, Beniel, right in the face and says, "This is all your fault. You will pay for this. I need you to make..." What spell do I want? You're in range. She's gonna run up and touch you.
ooh.
Does a 23 hit? How much health do you have?
I have 30. And it hits.
I'll
Stop
just-
picking up dice. Stop picking Put it back. Put that shit down.
I
Don't
think
worry.
she's about to put it down
Keep
when
your
she rolls it.
grubby little fingers off this dice.
I rolled
about to-
really bad.
So I didn't get folded like a wet napkin.
That'll be plus 23 points of damage.
I'm gonna shift that.
That's rolling
me what
really
is-
bad.
Tell me, what does that do?
As a reaction, after you or a creature you can see within 30 feet makes an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw, you can force the creature to re-roll.
So you want me to
You make-
re-roll my attack? to
Attack.
hit?
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
What's your AC?
18.
I rolled a 18. So
Does it go to
meets it,
defender?
beats it.
Oh fuck.
So that's 23 points of necrotic damage.
Wait. Is it attack?
Meets it, beats it on AC. Meets it, beats it.
Okay.
Also wins on saving throws. Easy way to figure it out. Also, quicken spell. 2 Eldritch Blasts at disadvantage. Misses. Hits. That's 1d10. Plus some bullshit. Wrong die. That's another 6 points of damage. Force damage.
Okay.
So as she walks up to you, she says, "This is your fault." As she grabs onto your arm and you are filled with necrotic damage, and she shoves you away and 2 feathers fly out of her hand and slice you across the throat. One missing, one catching. It's just a light amount of damage, and says, "Corvaria will pay her debt to you." And we will catch you next week.
Feniel.
Cannot
Also
say
heard
anything.
me.
She has to do it next week.
Fuck.
But
Yep.
thank you so
Oh.
much for joining us. We will catch you all next week as we pick up this little combat spree. What the fuck is going on? This is supposed to be Tabatha's friend, but like, she wants to kill everyone. What did I create? I hope you have a wonderful
Everyone
week, and we'll see you
hope.
next Thursday.